You're looking up there. It's the camera's right there.
Sorry, we got a TV up there now.
We got a budget.
We upgraded.
We got a budget.
So now I'm looking at the fucking TV.
Yo, I'm looking at it too.
That's messed up. It's his fault. But y'all, how y'all doing?
Welcome back. Three good men, minus the good man Loke.
Because he out there with the twins.
Had the babies. He had his twin babies.
Congratulations to my boy.
Yeah, let's gotta
see the Vill. He had twins.
Twin babies. I mean, we knew they were twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise.
True. Imagine how he's doing with the fucking pañales right now, bro. Yeah. Just cleaning diapers and
one onto the next and do it again.
I wonder if they shit at the same time.
It's a repeat, yeah? They shit at the same time?
Yeah.
Probably.
Do they stop
They're
shitting
insane.
at that age?
No.
What do you mean?
It's pretty much just rotation.
It's just...
They do it more.
I don't know. We don't know about this. When you're having a lot of you know, me and you are single.
Yeah.
Right?
So
we don't know nothing about this stuff.
We're living through Loke right now.
For real.
We'll go babysit. But welcome to the episode. This is our Valentine's Day episode. Aww. If you saw the last episode, we said we were going to have some very special guests. And here they are.
Ta-da,
we didn't lie. I'll put a sound effect.
Just want to introduce yourselves.
I'm Kelsey Farias. This is my husband, Armando Farias. We have our own podcast, actually. Self-Love Sit-Downs on anywhere you can listen.
Every podcast.
Everywhere.
Pretty much platform.
Hear that?
Everywhere.
Self-Love Sit-Downs.
Yep. Self-Love Sit-Downs.
Love it.
We have two boys. They are 16 and almost 12 now. So we're out of the diapers.
Okay.
Out of the diapers. Now
Lucky.
It's almost worse. I'd rather be back in the diapers.
Now the bathroom's still busy.
Yeah.
It's more expensive now.
And they just talk about it way more too.
Yeah, and they talk back. So rather. Yeah, a lot to look forward to.
The fourth man got two girls. You got how old are your girls? Your babies?
5 and 4 months.
5 and 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah. How old's Chief? How's your dog?
My dog is 7 years old.
7.
Oh, what a baby.
7 years old. Yeah.
I love his little sweater.
Right?
I'll see those 3.
Our kids are still babies.
No diapers needed.
No diapers. Actually, mine still take diapers. Mine takes diapers. Mine does. I ain't gonna lie. Gotta put a little diapers on him here and there because I'm like, I leave him at home sometimes, feel bad, but I have to.
Single dad.
Single dad indeed.
Single dad.
That's why we're doing the Valentine's
Don't worry,
Day
Chief. I'm gonna find you one.
So we were talking off camera that their podcast is very organized. They don't interrupt each other. They stay on topic, and we obviously don't. You guys are familiar, but
you can tell.
But it's part of the magic.
It's part of the magic.
But let's go back. You guys were talking about yourselves.
Rewind.
No, but they do have a podcast, right?
Yep.
Self-Love Care.
Self-Love
Sit-Downs, I mean, sorry, my bad.
Close enough.
And they do talk a lot about relationships.
Yep.
Yeah.
Relationships,
self-development.
mindset, self-development, goal setting.
Fitness.
I mean, pretty much anything to work on yourself. Anything to make you better as a person.
Yep.
That's perfect. I want to know how you guys started with that. Like, I've known you guys for a while. Like, I consider you guys family. I want to know how you guys came to the podcast. But before we do, we almost forgot.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's right.
See, I told him.
The raffle.
The raffle.
Yo.
Who wants free shit?
Shout out.
We can cuss.
Shout out. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually airing on MTV, so yeah, just MTV
Bring
Tres.
it down.
MTV Tres.
Just got picked up.
Just got picked up. 3 a.m. But it's the hot spot.
We're back. Like I was saying, we almost forgot to do the raffle. Last week we had
Skull.
Last week. Yeah.
Last episode.
Last episode we had Skull from Regulators Inc. Come through and talk to us, and he left some gifts for us. Yeah, he left some shirts and
Not
a
for
couple
us,
of stuff.
for the viewers.
Yeah,
for
for the
guys.
viewers. And all you had to do was comment on the video, and only 10 people did it. So
Shout out to those 10 people.
Shout out to those 10
Yeah.
people.
Great odds.
Y'all are fucking the shit.
But
So what we're gonna do?
You got a shirt.
We're gonna mix it. Look, Hey, hey,
Oh.
hey,
Oh, okay,
hey,
okay.
hey, yeah.
Do it, chef.
Hey,
Remember-
yeah.
Those omelet skills?
Right. So we got 3 minutes.
Put a little
he's
salt on
single.
that.
He's still single.
And he's still single.
Still single, ladies.
Comment below.
Damn it. No. All right, so we're gonna have our guests help us. Since it's 3 gifts, we're gonna have them pick 2 of them. All right.
So, hold up. What are we giving away first?
Well, the first prize is the 2 shirts.
Okay.
We should do the third. Wait, should it be third prize first, and then
Yeah, the
Oi.
big price.
big prize last?
The price for later.
oh,
Yeah.
Huh?
First. So the first pick is the last prize. First.
Wait, you
First-
lost me.
First prize, last pick.
There's the math that's going on.
Yeah,
Wait,
yes.
let's go.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then we're
last
getting,
last pick.
and then we're
big price.
We're giving away a hat
Oh.
for Self Love Starts With You.
Ooh, hey.
We got a bonus gift
So next
Bonus
for
gift.
this episode.
for this episode right now. Have them pick it.
Okay, cool.
Have them pick it right now.
And this, all right,
But
So
we're
we'll-
gonna start off with the shirt, right?
all right,
shirt
cool.
first.
Shirt first.
Okay.
This shirt.
Amazing me.
Amazing me.
That's the homegirl from Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
wait.
you go.
Congratulations.
Shipping costs?
Shipping costs. Damn it. We're picking another one.
You know what? No. We're kidding. Amazing me.
Be like, edit
Congratulations.
that out.
We're gonna send you
This
this.
is your shirt right here.
This shirt right here.
So we'll reach out to you on YouTube for the address, and we'll mail it out to you.
Okay, and then
Or
next.
drive it to you.
Or
Whatever's
drive it.
cheaper. Shipping is
When's the next time you
expensive.
come into Wenatchee? Can I meet you somewhere?
We have beautiful scenery.
All right, the next one is.
Send it with the shuttle service.
How
Andale.
close are you to Renton?
You gotta pick it up at the airport.
I remember we're gonna do it. We'll make it happen.
You will get
Watch.
it regardless.
I'm
Watch.
gonna make it happen. All right, so the next
Perfect.
prize is gonna be. What's in here?
This is a special bag. Remember, we're doing the shirt.
You talked
Okay.
about this.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
All right. So
So
we're
one
doing
more?
the shirt next. Yeah.
With the stickers at. That's okay.
I
Cool.
thought we were just throwing stickers with everybody.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Perfect. You guys are also gonna get stickers.
Oh,
shit. Oh wait, I found you.
I found you.
Somebody tried to not be in the game, but I'm gonna get you in here.
Somebody didn't want to.
All right, another one.
Oh, you do this one.
Oh god, it's gonna be a good episode.
My face hurts already.
Dun, dun.
Did I fuck up the name? I wrote these, so they might be a little, you know.
Is it amazing
no,
me?
it's
Oh
like-
wait, is it the one with something at the N?
No.
The K Vampus. Seattle?
Oh, Krampus.
Krampus!
Krampus!
Oh!
Krampus from Seattle.
Krampus was actually our first guest this
He
season.
was. He was our
No.
first
He
guest.
was a phone-in guest.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. Krampus.
Hey, Krampus comment, and he won.
You're getting an upper left shirt.
Yep.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, all you had to do was comment. Krampus won.
Good man.
Ah, damn, shipping costs again.
Can some,
Maybe you can ship them together.
can some locals win?
Can we
you
get
guys
someone
meet
from
up?
Wenatchee? Yeah, can you guys meet up?
Can you?
See what happens.
That we can just pick one.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, hey,
That's
we gotta
good.
make this shit work.
We're gonna
Trust
make
me.
it work. Now,
All right, you get the last one.
Oh, no, are we gonna show what's in here?
No,
Oh
it's
no,
gonna be a
it's
surprise.
a surprise.
Whatever you get, you're getting. So,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
An empty box. Because shipping is expensive.
be from Wenatchee. Somebody from Wenatchee.
Oh no. Sanchez Maribel.
Oh,
Sanchez, the
Maribel
homegirl.
Sanchez, homegirl too,
Hey,
right?
she's an Enneagram, so that's good.
Yeah!
Drive that one.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like-
perfect. Hey, could you meet me at work? Hey, shout out to the homegirl's gonna like this.
Yeah, for sure.
This is totally your
Hey.
style. Hell yeah.
So, hey, thanks
No,
to
no,
everybody
no.
that.
We got the
Oh,
hat.
We got one more.
We got the hat.
But with with these ones, shouldn't they get the chance to get back in there since it's a
Or should we
different
do it on the next episode? Have them comment. How do you want to do it?
Do it on the next one.
I think
Do it on the next one?
it should be the same way as this one.
Okay.
I think they should
Yeah.
comment on this one, and we should give the gift
There
on
you
the
go.
next one.
That's a word.
Getting a hat
All right, so
from courtesy
shout
of
outs to everybody that comment for these.
Self-Love Starts With You.
We're gonna hit you up. We're gonna give you your gifts. Next gift for our next podcast will be that hat right there.
Actually,
Show
we
it.
have a sweater too that
Oh.
will.
Oh,
Sweater, too.
price just went up.
The sweater's only if you live in Wenatchee, though.
yeah, because that's heavy.
The sweater
That's
has to be
heavy.
delivered
Has to
over
be
here.
when we don't make the rules up. We just live in the game, baby.
So shout outs to everybody that comment. Thank
Hell
you very
yeah.
much. We really appreciate y'all. Man, shout outs to Octa Smoke, man, for real. Shout outs to Skull for the hookup, for the gifts. Like I said, we got Kelsey Armando here. And what are you going to talk to us about today?
Well, I want to know
Or
first.
what?
I want to know
Oh,
first
okay.
how
Okay.
they got the podcast started.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
how did Self-Love Sit Down start?
This was Kelsey's baby.
Yeah,
This is
I
something
will.
that came from her, so I'll let her start it, and then I'll chime in.
So Ariana and I, she's not on camera, but
She's part of the live audience.
Yeah.
part of the live audience.
Applause.
yeah, yeah.
There's like 20 people here. You guys can't
Yeah.
see that. but- Oh,
Full
yeah.
house.
Ah.
6 feet apart.
I'm wearing a mask.
I'm wearing a mask.
It would be like 100, but COVID.
Yeah. I mean,
Gonna turn
obviously.
people away.
Yeah. At the door.
Yeah, at the door. Ariana and I actually went to a self-development conference in North Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina, back in November 2019. And I brought this crazy idea to her to do this. I was like, I want to go to this conference. And she was like, let's do it. It was like a business self-development conference, and I was still in the early stages of starting my business, and being the best friend she is, she supported it, went with me, and I had told Armando, we do a lot of goal setting, things like that. I had told him long-term goals, 2 of them. 1, I want to speak on a stage in front of people. 2, I want to start a podcast. Like, I listen to podcasts all the time. I love them. Like, I would love to do that for other people. And so that was more on like the 5 to 10 year goal board. And we go to this conference, and I literally remember where we were walking. We were walking to dinner after. And I called him, because I would call him every day after, because it was like a 2 or 3 day event. I remember calling him and being like, okay, this is crazy, but I just feel like we have to start the podcast now. Like, we've got to start it now. I don't know what's, like, telling me that, but I just want to start it. And, like, he's so supportive.
Great, man.
Great husband. Right
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Man.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he goes into, like, full-on, like,
Superman
research mode as far as, like, okay, we got to look up mics. We got to figure out that situation. Like, where do we upload this? Like, how do we do this? Because I had told him, like, I always knew.
Her idea. It was her idea, but she's like, okay, make it happen.
Yeah. I'm like, cool.
I was like, okay.
Go team.
Go team.
Let
Go
me know
team.
when to show up. And so he did, like, all the research on the mics, and, like, all the technical stuff is all him.
Yeah.
Even in my business, like, he helps with that side of things.
Oh, yeah.
And so he, like, did all that research, and we literally launched. So that was November 2019. January 2020, we launched the podcast.
So
Yeah.
2 months later,
Yeah.
Yeah.
almost 2 to date. 2 months later.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we actually
Wow.
recorded a handful of episodes before we launched, just because we wanted, like, a little bias, a cushion, you know, with time. And
See? Wow, that's
Smart.
incredible. Great planning.
Yeah, she came back, and then we're
Told
like,
you.
she came back from this trip, so we get together, and we're like, all right, we need to figure out, like, what are we going to talk about? Because, like,
Yeah.
the idea was just like, hey, we want a podcast. But we were like, we knew kind of what we want to talk about. We need specific topics. So here we go. I was like, we get a big
we
whiteboard.
still have the paper.
We got a big whiteboard, and we wrote down everything, like, just throughout the days. We just, I got this
Ideas.
idea. We'd write it down. When we had probably, like, 20 ideas, and that's what we just based all of our episodes on, is, like, just those. coming January, we were like, everybody starts the new year with new goals. It's like, what a better way to start the podcast than to get people how to start goals. Because, it's like, it's one of those things, like, if you were never taught how to set goals, how to do goals, how to do it, like, stuff like that, you don't know even where to start. Like, how do we even start this?
It's a process. You can't just say, I'm going to do this and do it.
And that's it.
You got to have steps, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the very first episode is about. We gave the audience 5 steps on how to set your goals for the year. And we made them super attainable, super easy to do, and something that everybody can do.
What's interesting to me, too, like, that being one of our first episodes, I have a client right now who's 63, and she had never set goals until she started working with me.
Whoa.
So that just comes to show, like, if you're not exposed to that kind of stuff, like goal setting or, like, making things a focus, some people are just never exposed to it. They may, like, subconsciously have goals.
Budget. Perfect. The fourth man. The audience is getting rowdy. The audience is getting rowdy.
Security!
This guy right here acting the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like you were saying.
If you've never been, like, exposed, you might have set goals but not really created a plan and still achieved them. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you have, like, a 40% more of a chance to achieve a goal if you write it down. Like, something simple like that, And she had never, like, been through that process. And so, like, the whole idea with this podcast was, like, how do we help people? Like, how do we make things really simple for them to achieve things, to feel more confident in things, to overcome obstacles that they have? And that's kind of like the whole idea behind the podcast is self-development, health and fitness, just making you a more well-rounded person, I guess.
Making yourself better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, in the end, I mean, I know we're talking Valentine's. Like, in the end, if you make yourself better as a person, you're gonna be a better spouse for your significant other. So
better parent.
So they say you gotta love yourself before you love somebody else,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Wow.
There it is.
Oh,
I
shit.
say that all the time.
There it is.
And we're still single.
You had mentioned, and I know you do the podcast, but you had just mentioned the client. So what else? You got any other businesses, or what are your other businesses?
Yeah, so my business, I am just a business owner. I run Kelsey Fitness. So I am an online fitness coach. I do not see people in person. That is not what I do. Because people are always like, oh, you're a trainer. Okay, cool. Like, do you want to meet at the gym? I'm like, no. I do not want to meet at the gym. No, that's a big no. So I do online fitness
So all
coaching.
through video, yeah, okay.
I mean, not even just video. Like, I have an app that I upload clients' workouts to, and...
Oh, okay.
Very hands-on, right?
Yeah. It's like having a personal trainer. I just don't go to the gym with you. But I also, instead of just, like, if you walk into a gym, hire a personal trainer, you're just getting workouts.
Yeah.
You're paying them for, okay, you're going to help walk me through this 30 to 60-minute workout. I provide those workouts for you, but I also do, like, nutrition coaching and kind of, like, lifestyle coaching.
Honestly, I think that's probably one of the hardest things.
80% of your
eating.
results will come from nutrition.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I just started again. So
as did most of America.
Yeah.
So new year, new me. You know how it goes.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
I recall you saying that.
Cheers to that.
Hey, shut up, Juan.
Cheers to that.
Shut up, Juan.
Cheers to that. We're gonna need another fill.
Cheers to that one. I feel you.
These are calorie conscious, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
It's actually all natural juice.
La neta.
La neta.
Love is a strong word.
Oh, you're going in.
Oh,
strong.
I'm gonna go in.
Wow, like
I'm gonna go in.
Ooh.
Like,
Stoner
that's why I want
He's
to
like,
go in.
I don't want to
you know?
be single no more.
Yeah.
Love is a strong word. It's true though.
Shut up. Shut up, dude. I'm saying that. No, yeah, but what's this? I want to talk about the
Five love languages.
5 love languages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
What is the 5 love languages?
So 5 love languages. I'll explain what they are, and then we'll talk about each of them. So,
Okay, cool.
the 5 love languages is you can do a free quiz. Just search it, Google search it, 5 love languages. That quiz is going to help you discover, kind of like how I like to think of it is all of us speak a specific language that we want to receive love in. And if Armando he does have a different love language than me. If I'm doing the thing that I love to receive, I'm speaking a different language to him. He's not understanding what I'm saying. And so when you are able to have a deeper understanding of yourself and your partner, you can speak to them in the language that they understand. And so the 5 love languages is like the perfect quiz for just having a deeper understanding. And not even just as a couple. I'll tell you, Ariana, again, off camera, I know her love language because that's important for me to understand that as her best friend. Acts of service. That's how I can show love to her. When I do acts of service for her, she thinks like, oh, she loves me. Like, that's, oh my gosh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Like, she feels seen, appreciated. And so it's important for you to know that, just to have deeper understanding of the people around you, of the people that you love, the people that you care about. It can really, like, I talk about this a lot with my clients. Also, like, another good one that we actually could have talked about today, too, is the Enneagram Test, which is another big one. Just understanding yourself and the people around you more. Because what these quizzes do is they just give you a look at, like, inside our heads, like, how we tick. Mm-hmm. The more that you understand the people around you and how they make sense of the world, the more that you can speak to them directly and not speak to masses. So, for example, again, I'm going to use Ariana. She's an Enneagram 2. She's a helper. She wants to help. That's where she feels useful. So if I'm trying to make her be seen and heard and feel good, I'm going to let her help me. Even if I'm like a stubborn, because I am very stubborn, I don't want people's help all the time, right? But I know, as my best friend, she wants to help. Like, that speaks good to her. Yeah, that speaks to her. That makes her feel useful, helpful. And so I let her help me because that makes her feel good, that makes me feel good, that makes us deepen our relationship, and then acts of service. I can do that to show her love back. So, like, having that deeper understanding of people can just deepen relationships and allow you to, again, speak their language. So
it's a deeper connection and communication,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, because how long have you guys been friends for?
God.
Like, even though you guys I don't know if you know each other's love language, but I almost guarantee that you're doing
you probably know it without knowing it.
Yeah.
We're very similar in the way that we think.
Because honestly, I feel like we could have been brothers. Like,
yeah,
honestly, we always talk about stuff and we're like, dude, that's my thing.
Yeah. No, you know what's funny? It's like, when, like, I've known this guy for years through the music scene. You know, he was with Lobos, I was with Elevation, and they opened up for us a long time ago.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did. We did open up for him.
Why give you a shot?
Yeah, I gave him an opportunity.
Gave me an opportunity to open up for him, and that finally got me on the radio station.
There you go.
I went at you.
Yeah. And we never been on the radio station.
First ones.
But, like, so we go back and forth on this, but it's true though. But no, like, we known each other for a long time, but we never really connected, like, as friends. It was a mutual respect off of the music tip, and then he was the one in his.
How many shots did you put in this? Like,
Bunch is good these days.
yeah.
Party.
You just gotta.
Yeah,
it needs more ice.
Yeah. I'm like.
No, but yeah. So there was a mutual respect there, and then through a whole series of events where he was the only one left in his group that was still chasing the music dream.
Yeah.
I was the only one left in my group chasing the music dream. We both decided, hey, we're both this. Let's just get in the car and drive down from Everett all the way to San Diego and sell CDs to strangers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time we really hung out and connected. And on the drive down, we were just like, damn, we're hella fucking similar. Like, I was a little worried because I'm like, man, it's. I know this is full, but I don't know this full.
Like, I mean, like, like all you know, I smoke weed and he doesn't. So it
Yeah.
was like, you know, we're on that part we're different. You know, like I like to smoke and he doesn't, and so
But
there
I
was
feel like that's what balances
But
like
It's a good-
friendships.
it's a good balance.
I
It's a
think
good
it
balance.
does.
You have to have enough similarities to like have things that you can get along with.
Yeah.
But you also have to like balance each other, and I feel like that's kind of Ariana and I too. Like, I feel like we both have times where we're like wild hares, but then we can both be like pretty wild. Like, ask our husbands.
In it for the ride.
Yeah, they're just hanging on. But at the same time, like we balance each other in a lot of ways too. Like, you know, and so I think that's really important in a friend dynamic that you guys have enough in common that you can like connect on things, but you also are like, hey, I'm gonna pick up the slack on this.
You push each other too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's what's really important, because even though you guys can sit around and bullshit and have fun, at the same time you guys can sit around and be like, hey, we need to get this done.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And that should be the goal in any relationship,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Whether friendship, you know,
Your relationships.
regular
Anything,
relationship,
yeah.
with
Like,
parents.
I
and
like
all
to
that with
I like to
sisters.
see all my friends as a motivation to me.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
like I always tell someone like, "Fool, you motivate me to want to do better and shit
Yeah.
all the time, you know." So like all my friends, and every time they have certain things that makes me be like, "Damn, I'm proud of you, homie." Like,
Yeah.
man, you're doing that. Like, damn, that motivates me to do even better, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, I like that. And is it hitting?
It just needs more ice.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
I'm not crying. It just needs more ice.
Yeah.
We're gonna be feeling good today. We haven't even started talking about love and
Yeah.
Vamos a la madre. No, yeah.
Yeah. We'll take my picture right here. Is this a good profile picture?
Yeah. Put me on Bumble. Put me on Bumble.
Describe me.
What you trying to do? Is it Tinder?
Yeah.
Describe me.
What kind of vibe you going for?
Or what?
Yeah, a wife or a hookup.
Looking for a valley
Yeah.
girl.
Direction.
I don't. Is Tinder a dating?
Farmer sold
Dating?
you.
No,
There
Tinder's.
it is.
I don't think Tinder's that serious.
We out here in
huh?
Malaga, baby.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy with the acreage.
Alright. So what was the first love language again?
Okay,
You know what we're
well,
talking
so
about?
there's
There's
five.
no order to it.
No, there's
But
no
the
order.
five.
There's order.
But there's five.
But there's five.
So
Depends on you.
you have physical touch,
Mm-hmm.
words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service.
Okay. So physical touch. Let's talk about that.
How are you single?
No, I just want to like, okay, physical touch.
It could be
That doesn't
sexual
mean-
or non.
Does that mean okay?
So,
yeah,
so
that's what I was
I'll,
about
I'll
to tell
speak
you.
to
Like,
that one. I'll
'Cause
speak to
that's
that one
his
because that's
love
mine.
language.
That's my primary love
Yeah.
language, and that's physical touch. And it just, and as a guy, when somebody says, "Oh, physical touch," sex. That's what you want. That's what
exactly.
you're looking for.
As a guy, you go.
But that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Physical touch, honestly,
Damn, I'm gonna have to raise up the volume on that one.
Yeah.
but like physical touch can be like, this is me. Like I when we're driving, I always have my hand on her leg, or when we're in public, I hold her hand, or I'm always touching her, just not because of like sexually anything, but because that's my love language. Because
Comfort.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's comfort
Yeah,
and
For
that's
any
what-
connection,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So usually your love language you do for others. That's
Yeah.
an easy way to figure it out. So when she knows that physical touch for me is my love language, she'll go out of her way and hold my hand. She'll go out of her way and put her hand on my shoulder or something like that. That's how that's how I receive love. So whatever you're giving is probably your primary love language. So that's a really good way to
That's
like,
the
to think of
easiest
it.
way to figure out your own is like, what do I do when I'm trying to show love to my partner? And that's probably your default. But you have to remember that your partner isn't going to always, like, I think the chances of your partner having the same love language is like less than 10%.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
small.
wow.
It-
Yeah, I
it's
was
very,
gonna say-
very
I was
small.
gonna say, what if you're one of those persons that likes to be, touchy, and that person doesn't like to be?
Yeah,
And there's
and that's
those,
usually
there's those
how
type
it
of
is.
Do you think that
relationships,
would still work out though?
Yeah.
yeah.
There should be a
Absolutely.
compromise there, right?
As
As long as
Right.
you guys understand, as long as you both
Yeah.
understand what your love language. So
And
like,
this is the
so like if
importance.
mine was physical touch and hers is like it is not physical touch, it's quality time, then she knows to show me love, she's gotta like do the hand, the
The
holding the
physical
hand,
touch.
the scratching the head, the touch, putting her hand on my. And even though she doesn't, that's not hers. I know what hers is too. So it just goes
Mine's
both
quality
ways.
time.
So I know for her, like, hey, let's go on a hike. Let's go take a walk in the park. Let's
But
go
hold
do
my
something.
hand.
Yeah, but hold my hand.
hold my
Exactly.
hand. Right. Yeah, no,
exactly,
like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
so
got to be.
both-
So that we
so
can
both of
both
us.
Yeah.
So that's why,
receive
for us, like hikes is really big in our relationship. Like we'll go on hikes because I know that's quality time is hers. We're spending that quality time and we're out hiking. We're holding hands or we're like taking pictures together. We're hugging, whatever. So it's like it's filling both of our cups.
There you go. And that's important. You got to fill each other's cups.
Yeah.
For real.
You got to speak each other's language because, you know, by default, you'll give the love that you want to receive. But you have to remember that the chances of your partner wanting that love is very low. So you have to be very aware, okay, mine is not physical touch, which it's not. That's his. So I have to be aware, like when we're driving, okay, put my hand on him. You know, like he really likes when I scratch his head or something if we're cuddling, or hold hands when we're in public, things like that. So you have to be just more aware of
Your partner.
your partner and their needs.
How long have you guys been aware of each other's love language?
It's been probably a long time.
A long time. That was pretty early in our
So
relationship.
on top of the quiz, you can go online. There's a book by Gary Chapman. It's a 5 love languages book.
Gary
Super
Chapman.
popular, easy
We'll
read.
put the links all right here.
Easy read, and we read that book together. Because it's like one of the biggest things in a relationship is even though you believe that your relationship is great, you can always be working on it. Because a lot of people get in the situation where they're like, oh, we're doing good, like our relationship's great.
You're comfortable.
But at the same time, you can always make everything better. You can always make it better, right? So you can always be working on it. So there's no reason for you to be like, okay, our relationship's great. I'm gonna stop working on it. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop taking my wife out on a date. I'm gonna stop doing these things. That's not how it works. Like you should always be working on your relationship regardless of where you are, because the stronger you make it, when issues do come up, because we're great. I know that we're great, but I know when issues come up, we've built such a great relationship that we can get through whatever issue comes.
You have
at
to
us.
make your foundation really strong.
Mhm.
The stronger you make your foundation, the least amount you'll feel the hard hits when they come. You know? And so you just have
struggles.
to, you have to work on it even when you don't feel like you need to work on it, because that's really important.
We
So,
were just talking about love, about touch.
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
One of the
you
5
know?
love languages.
One of them. So if you're that kind of person, go touch your love person.
You
Touch him. No, but our second one.
But don't get thrown in jail. Don't get thrown in jail.
Yeah, don't get thrown out. Only if the other person likes it, all right?
Yeah. Get consent always.
Consent. Yeah,
Always.
consent.
Important.
Public service announcement.
Brought to you by Valley Boys. We got you. So the next. Go
Yeah.
for it.
So what's another love language? What's the second love language?
Another one is words of affirmation. So words of affirmation is just like cheering the person on, telling them you think they're doing a good job. Really, because sometimes it can feel really, you can feel like, do I have to say this? It just feels like, I don't need to say it, but say it. Because sometimes people need to hear it, even if they know it to be true, even if they know you think they're doing a good job, tell them that they're doing a good job.
We say it all the time.
Yeah.
Keep saying it because they appreciate it.
Yeah, because that's
I
how.
do it at GU all the time. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
great
how
job.
they
Half the time.
feel.
Yeah.
Half the time, really. He could.
But
do
is
it
that
more.
his love language?
He could do it more.
I don't know.
It is.
It
It is.
is.
Ah,
Well,
there it
actually, you know what's funny? Like I read this somewhere on Instagram. Actually, the other day, it says the love languages that we give out are the ones that we didn't receive as a kid growing up. And I felt
We've
that
had
so
this
much.
conversation.
I was like,
for real.
tear, tear.
For real.
Never said they were proud of me.
Yeah, I'll touch on that one because even though words of affirmation is not mine, I believe in the Mexican culture.
Yep.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
It was like for me,
We
like
talked about this a lot.
my dad didn't tell me like he was proud of me. I remember the day that he told me that he was proud of me. I was
Me too.
16 years old, and I had gotten my driver's license. I did my driver's test, did everything, came home, and I showed him my driver's license. Like, hey, I got my driver's license, and he told me, he's like, oh, mijo, estoy orgulloso de ti. I'm proud of you, and I remember that.
Yeah.
Even though that's not my love language, but that's one of those things like as in the Mexican culture, like it's
You
it's
don't
not
get that.
no,
You don't
you
get
don't get
that
that.
a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Or
for sure.
physical touch for you.
Yeah,
Your
that
parents.
too. From a dad. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Physical touch, his parents, like, even now, I think it's funny. He tells me stories of his parents when he was young, and I'm like,
because they were hardcore.
I'm like,
Crazy.
really?
You know? Yeah, they were
Like,
hardcore.
It's just weird to me because they're completely different people now, you know, versus what they were when he was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And so he'll tell me stories about like how harsh they were, and just like it was more of like you were just expected. Like, no, this is just what you do. There's no other
One of
way.
those like, I'm gonna tell you one time and that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, you do it.
But that
And-
part of it being common in the Hispanic household, I had this conversation with them
No, that's true.
multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If that part, that aspect too. Like, for me personally, I still haven't heard that from my parents. Like, you know, I'll bring up stuff like I got a new job, I got this, I'm
Yeah.
doing that, and all I get back from them is the
Está bien.
Está bien.
Está bien, yeah.
Yeah.
Está bien. Or even just saying, hearing, I love you, te quiero.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
That takes. I think that I started hearing that from my dad like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah, same.
You know.
Same.
Yeah.
2 years. And because I had to bring it up with him like that.
exactly.
Like,
You know?
I still haven't got the courage to.
Yeah.
But no,
Still
it's true.
waiting for that.
But it's a conversation. Like,
No, to have
yeah,
that
yeah, like
Yeah.
nothing's gonna change if you don't have the conversation. It's
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
communication. But it took me to realize my parents didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Like they're only
Right.
loving
Exactly.
us, or their love language is what they know.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like once you get old enough and you're like, oh shit, my parents didn't get that, so that's why they're this way.
Mhm.
So you learn to not accept it, but you understand it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually such a recent conversation that I had with Isaiah.
Which is one of
Our
your
oldest,
kids,
our
right?
16
Yeah,
year oldest.
our 16-year-old, you know, he was primarily raised for half of his life now with just Armando. And so he didn't receive Armando, like not speaking down to Armando, but he lacks empathy. He has a really hard time, like, showing any sign of, like, empathy or, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, his parents didn't do it to him, so he doesn't know how to do it to
Mhm.
other people. And so that's something he's always working on. And so obviously, before I came into the picture with Isaiah never had that either. And so now he gets a pretty heavy dose of empathy coming from me. I'm very empathetic. I'm somebody who almost feels the emotions of other people. And so Isaiah feels comfortable to, like, confide in me and say, well, Dad doesn't care. He just says, like, this is the way it is. And I'm like, Isaiah, you have to remember, that's how he was raised. That's how his parents were raised. He is trying to break that cycle, but it doesn't just cut off. You have to relearn these things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because just like your parents, they're doing what they've always known.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're coming to kind of like a changing moment with people where it's like, oh, there's more to understanding each other. There's more to having deeper relationships. And so I think it is coming. Like, it's changing. It's evolving for sure.
People are actually talking to each other.
Yeah,
Exactly,
and it's
yeah.
like
For real.
people are expressing what they want. People are expressing what they don't want. People are, like, kind of finding their voices.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to remind Isaiah is, hey, that's the way he was raised. Look at Mommy and Poppy. And how do you see them? And he was like, oh, you're right. And I'm like, so he's doing better than they did, and now you'll do better than he did, but it's always just going to be
Their
a
steps.
cycle.
Yeah.
It's not just like, hey, we're going to change everything about everything we've ever known.
Mhm.
It doesn't work that way. You have to evolve, and every kind of step has to do a little bit better to work in the right direction. And that's why I think his love language is physical touch, because I think that's something he lacked a lot as a child, growing up in a house with, you know,
Straight
there's
parents.
5 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and very strict, and very much so no empathy. Like, you do your things, you get them done, no questions asked. And so for him, like, somebody, like, being there and touching him and saying, like, I'm here with you, spending that quality time, because quality time is his second love language. That kind of stuff speaks to what he lacked as a child. So I think that has, I mean, I don't know, like, scientifically how much this is backed, but I feel like that's a big part of kind of, like, your first and second love language.
Mhm.
I think it's either, one, what you were used to growing up with, or two, what you lacked and wished you had growing
I agree.
up.
That makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That's,
Because-
And that's one of the beautiful things about talking about it now is now that you know or you understand it, when you have kids, you'll get
Yeah.
it. You'll
be more aware of how you're
Exactly.
talking
So
to them.
much.
And that's like what my dad tells me. He's like, it's like, your grandpa raised me this way. I didn't like the things he did, so I'm raising you this way. And like for me, it's like, well, I don't like that stuff, so I'm changing it with my
There
kids.
you go.
So it's a constant change. It's a constant
Progress.
evolution.
that's,
Yeah.
that's, how,
Yeah.
that's how I think now. Like, when I'm like, dude, when I have kids, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think about like,
Yeah.
no, I want to do things different. Like, I
Mhm.
don't want things to be like that. Like, even though my dad tells me how my grandpa used to treat him,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, but and I understand him. Now I understand some of the things why he was like the way he was.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, I don't want to be like you neither,
Mhm.
because I mean, I'm not saying you were a bad dad, but
But you
there's
didn't
there's
like
things
those
that you
things.
could have done better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
And
one
they're
of the
they're
things,
and they're
you know?
only doing what they can with what they were taught.
Exactly.
You know, like I feel like a lot of the times we oversee our parents like they know it all, like they're
Mhm.
the know all. But then you start thinking about it, like I thought about it, like damn, when my parents had me, they were 23, 24 years old. Like when I was 24 years old, I didn't know shit. I was fucking up so much,
Mhm.
and I didn't have a kid, and they had kids.
Yeah.
You know, like
You know, it's so funny. So this is a smidge off topic, but I saw this and I just keep thinking of this like thing that I saw on Instagram, and it said me at 16, like yelling, "Don't tell me what to do." Me at 35, please just tell me what to do.
Yeah, right,
It's
yeah.
And I
true.
was like, this is so true. And we're living that right now. Like,
Yeah.
with having a 16-year-old, they know it all. Like, you're the stupidest person in the world, no matter what you think, say,
Yeah.
feel. Like, I've never felt more stupid than talking to a 16-year-old.
And I tell our boys the same thing my parents told me. Like, you think you know everything right now, but you'll learn.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy. It's crazy. Like, I
Yeah.
tell them, like, dang, now I know. I get
Yeah.
that now.
I
And
tell it to
me,
my niece,
now,
yeah.
I'm just like, somebody tell me what to do. Like, I just, give me a script. Give me a script. Like, I just want to know what's next. What do I do next? And it's so, it's just eye-opening, like, how much you evolve and how much how much you change as a person. And, like, just like you were saying, like, I'm not going to do the things my dad did. You know, we're all doing that. Like, and it's not just you as a person when it comes to parenting. You as a person, like, we're parenting together. And so we not only remember the things that our parents did and we're like following some of them but changing some of them, but we're also having to find a middle ground between the two of us, like
Learn one,
Have your
especially-
own parenting style, right?
yeah, especially between the two of us. We culturally, we grew up completely different. You know, like some of the things he talks about, like perfect example, just because this is fresh, Christmas, he's like, I got socks, I got underwear.
For Christmas, every
Like,
Christmas,
that's
as a
what I
kid,
got.
that's what I got for Christmas. Socks and underwear.
So, like, at Christmas, when I want to go hard, and I'm, like, buying our kids AirPod Pros and AirPods, and
I was just listening to the 5 Love Language episodes that you did, and you were talking about that, and you're like, I have to stop her. Like, no, that's just too much.
yeah, well, it's every Christmas. This is a
Every
fight.
Christmas, because I'm trying to buy our kids what they need,
Uh-huh.
not what they want.
And I'm like,
And that's your love language, right? Like,
Yeah.
you vas a ocupar esto. You
This
need
is what you're gonna
this.
need. You're gonna need socks. You're gonna
Like,
need.
you're gonna
you
be
need
comfortable.
shoes.
You're gonna
Yeah.
be safe, you know, and like, no, that's
She's
your
like,
love
let me buy
language.
you
Yeah.
a plane. Like
Yeah.
what? They're 12.
You might need it. You just might need it.
You never know. You might need to play.
so it's like, it's interesting, like, for us to kind of merge our parenting styles and, you know, parent our boys versus how both of our parents parented us. So opposite, you know, so it's like you're always evolving, you're always like trying to figure out, and like I love trying to figure out our kids' love languages. I feel like I know pretty well. Both of them score pretty high on words of affirmation and quality time. You know, I think something that's interesting too, back when we got really deep into the 5 love languages, we always knew we did this pretty early on in our relationship just to better understand. But I can't remember when it was, but I was like, I'm going to ask my siblings what all of their love language are. And so I'm one of 4. I'm the oldest of 4. We are all quality time. And I think that speaks volumes because my mom was definitely quality time.
That comes from your mom that always wanted to spend time with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I think that just shows why you will either favor what you've always known or desire what you've always lacked. And I think that kind of is where you steer on your love language kind of, platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that was really interesting to me to think like, wow, 4 of us, different, very different. And
males, females, boys and girls, yep.
yeah, there's 2 girls, 2 boys,
the same.
and we are all
Love
quality
language.
time.
And that's a great segue into another love language.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality time.
Quality
So
time.
we got physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time. What comes after quality time?
Receiving gifts.
Okay.
So-
I like that one.
So I'll speak to that one because I'm going to give a guy's perspective of it, and I think this is what we all land in. So as guys, as boys, 15, 16
boys.
years old, right? What's the first thing that you do when you take a girl on a date? You get her flowers, you take her on a date, you're buying stuff for them, right?
You want to put a good impression. You think like, hey, let me get her some flowers.
And you're thinking like, oh, I'm getting flowers for her. She's gonna like it. I'm gonna take her to dinner. She's gonna like it. So that's all. That's gift giving. You're giving all those gifts, even though that's not your love language. That's what you're doing because that's what society has taught you to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what society's like. You go on a date, you do that. But as you get older, you realize that you keep doing that. And now that you're in maybe your 20s, your 30s, you're still doing that, and your relationship's not working or it's not going anywhere.
It's not the same.
It's because you've already set that in stone to where well, I've always given gifts, I've always gone to dinner, I've always done this, and why aren't they receiving it? Well, it's because that's not their love language. They've learned that that's not what they like to do. So that's where it really comes into you need to really figure out what it is because you need to break that because as kids, as boys in particular. We buy the flowers, we do the dinners, we go on dates, we do activity. We think that we have to do these extravagant things. We just got to spend money to make them happy, which in reality is not.
I think it's like a baseline. It's like this is what's expected, but it's not what all women want.
But isn't that like the typical first date? Like, hey, let's go to dinner, walk in the park, or go watch a movie, which I never recommend. Go watch a movie on the first date.
No.
You don't get to talk to them.
You gotta talk.
It's like...
It's either gotta be eat or... I don't know.
Food is always a good idea.
Food's always great.
I think
Food's
that
always
food is
good.
always the good one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
food brings people together.
Honestly, the first date should be an eating one. Like, go out to eat and talk because you're.
Like, are you gonna be comfortable to just eat in front of me? Like, splurge out.
Yeah.
Like, don't get the fucking salad. Like, get the fucking triple double burger. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a burger.
Okay, see, like,
yeah.
You want the comfort level there. I think.
Yeah, no, that's true. I feel you on that.
I think what you were talking about goes a little bit deeper, though. Like what you said, that's what men or guys, strive to.
Yeah.
For me personally, it was, and it caused a lot of conflict in my relationship, like last year and the previous year, that stuff that we're working on. But I solely devoted myself to work in the sense of like, and it segues to that in the aspect of like you gotta be the male, you gotta provide, you gotta be able to buy these things and all that. And to me, I'm like, oh, why isn't this being receiving good? Like,
why isn't this working?
All the sacrifices I'm making, I'm in this freaking store all fucking day and shit like that, and
loving her.
No, but
Because
I'm
providing.
That's
for
what I
her.
can't believe is what.
Like,
that's what.
That's your love language, yeah.
Providing and putting that in, and it's like we started talking more about it, communicating more, and it's like hers is more of like that quality time. It's like I really don't care about that. Just spend time with me and all that kind of stuff.
I don't want your money.
You were almost doing the exact opposite. You were spending more time at work because you thought that was making
providing
it better.
for her.
When in
that was
reality,
hurting the relationship.
It was hurting it.
Yeah.
And that's I think
that's why it's important.
That's why it's super you got to figure that out because again as a man you got that machismo thing like I got to work.
Machismo's a huge thing.
I got to provide for the family. I got to do this. This is what's gonna make my wife happy. Is I got to work a lot. Which in reality,
No,
I was
Go
gonna
for
say
it,
in
go
reality
for it.
that's not what it is.
We got
for
a
it,
comment from the audience.
Go for it.
Sorry. But I think it comes into, we're talking about the, like how we were raised. I feel like you personally have to break boundaries, and you have to break, all these beliefs that you,
Yep.
you
Yep.
grew
Yeah.
up with, and
Yep.
because you think it's truly right and it's the right thing to
'Cause
do.
we're programmed to think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
way.
No, yeah.
Exactly.
Like for example, with my family, communication was a big lack. And
Yep.
so what's a big key in these love languages is communication.
It's a form
Yeah,
of
oh, yeah. Big
communication.
It is. That's why it's language, right?
Yeah.
It's how you communicate.
I remember now, like my dad, like in my, my relationship, when I was in a relationship, his thing was like, well, just remember, you're the man of the, you're
Yeah.
the man.
Yeah.
So
You gotta provide.
Make sure, well, not even like that. It was more like,
Like you.
What-
Lay the law down.
why are you doing the dishes?
Exactly.
Oh, gotcha.
Why are you doing
Oh
laundry?
hell no! Not
You
in
know,
my
and I
house.
was like,
Not in
I
my
was
house.
like,
Hey, yeah,
no, man, I was
I can
like-
already tell. It's
No,
not
yeah.
fun.
Not in
What
my
do you
house.
mean you can
No,
already
honestly.
tell? What is
In
that?
my house.
And I told
Come
my
on.
pops, I was like, you know what, pops?
We're gonna talk off camera.
It's not like that. No, it's not like that anymore. And I told him straight, I was like, you know what, man? I was like, sorry, but it's not like that, man. I was like, I like helping her out, like, just like she helps me out. I was like, sometimes I need money, she needs money, and you know what I mean? We help each other out. It is like it is.
You gotta be
And
100,
that's
100.
That's a culture thing.
Yeah.
It is a culture
It
thing.
is. It is a culture thing.
100%.
For sure.
And
yeah.
this is what I'll tell you. So I grew up in Quincy, where
Hello, Mexicans.
majority Hispanic.
Mhm.
Like, that's always what 90% of my friends. I'm even to this day, my best friend, my husband, all the people that I hang around with are Hispanic, right?
You're Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at my last name.
Cool. Hey, you
Yo.
put a ring on it. You put a ring on it.
But, like, for me, I never thought I would end up with a Hispanic solely because of those beliefs as far as I'm better than you, I provide for you. I never felt like that's something that I wanted for my life. Like, for me, I'm like, no, you hustle, I hustle.
Yeah.
We hustle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about you and me. We're not separate. We're together. It is us. And that's very much so been, like, that's something that I respect so much about Armando, is that he believes the same. Like, there's been times in our relationship where, like, he's had to take a step back from being the sole provider and the primary provider because he wanted to pursue his dream, and I'm like, hell yeah, let me help you do that. Like, this is
What's
us.
up, right?
Yeah,
And so you like, for him, I know that couldn't have been easy because he was raised in the world of, but you're the man.
yeah.
It doesn't make you less of a man.
It doesn't, but it messes with your ego mentally.
And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
very much so, but he has done such a phenomenal job at not letting it impact us as a couple. If he's struggled, like, I have never, and I think this also plays into it, I have never degraded him or told him, like, that's my money, or no, you can't buy that, or because, like, a conversation we've had multiple times in our relationship is, money coming into this house is money coming into this house. It doesn't matter who brought it into this house, because I'll tell you, as a business owner, sometimes it's so fucking hard. I want to quit almost every day. Okay? And who is the one that is, like, hyping me, cheering me on, like, reminding me what a badass bitch I am?
There you go.
Right here.
There
So
you
that's
go.
equally important to me out there doing the things to make the money. So I think that's a really big piece of the puzzle too, is like overcoming like those cultural like boundaries that have been kind of put in place.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, it's 2021 or 2022.
Yeah.
Shit, 2022.
Yeah.
22.
So it's like, we have to get past that kind of, like, those walls, because they're walls and rules.
Yeah, fuck the walls.
Yeah, fuck the
Oh,
walls.
That's right.
That's right.
If you know, you know.
No, but no, you're right. Like, I feel like in 2022, or even in last year, in the last couple of years, and hate using this word because it's so overplayed now, but people are, woke. They're more aware of other people's feelings, more aware that there's a reason why people think this way.
Yeah.
They're not just fucking being, you know, a bitch, being a dick, being an asshole. It's like, what happened that caused him to think this way?
Yeah.
Or maybe nothing
what made
happened.
You this way?
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't even something that happened in your childhood. What happened to you today that you're reacting this way?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's all boils down to communication.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so much so. Like, I think it's, you know, I would feel confident to say 9 out of 10 problems in a relationship boil down to poor communication.
I totally agree.
Totally agree with you.
Like,
As a single man, I totally agree.
As a single man, I totally agree.
I totally agree.
Salute.
honestly, like, I can't even tell you, like, I mean, we're very blessed in our relationship. We do not fight that much. I'm very grateful for it. But even the times that we do, it's like, when you really dial it back to the root problem, it's like, oh, I didn't tell you about this, which led to this, which led to that, which made you upset that I didn't say this. You know? So it's like, it all comes down to communication. If people can master communication, if people are willing to take the time to have a deeper understanding of communication, that is going to solve so many of your problems.
I think a big one to that too is swallowing your pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
know?
tough one.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
pride
right.
doesn't have any space
No.
in a relationship.
It's tough. It's so tough, man. And that's something I didn't learn till our relationship, honestly. Perfect example of this, I always thought I was a yeller. Like, in arguments, I always yelled. I was somebody who screamed. My parents screamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always saw it. So then that's what I did. And when we got in our relationship, I was like, this is so interesting. We haven't yelled. And to this day, we have never yelled at each
That's
other.
so dope.
That's dope.
And it took probably a year or two for me to figure this out and say, like, wow, like, I identified as that's who I was as a person, was somebody who yelled. And he brought it up. He was like, well, maybe you never felt heard, so you felt the need to yell. And I was like, I
That's a
think...
great man right there.
I was
Mic
like,
drop?
I think you're right. Like, but he takes the time to listen when I'm upset and listen to what I have to say. Even if he doesn't agree with it,
He still takes the time to listen.
I just want to be heard. I don't need you to always agree with me. We can have differences. That's what makes us human.
Mm-hmm.
But just hear me out. Just hear what I have to say. And then you can say what
Not
you
bad.
have to say. And then we'll find a compromise. And so that comes down to, again, communication. And so that was something that was, like, literally mind-blowing to me in our relationship, was that I felt heard. I was like, this is absolutely absurd. Why did I not know this existed before? And it's literally, I thought it was who I was as a person. I'm just somebody who yells. Like, it was part of my identity.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. It's just that I wasn't being heard.
And you have to rely on a different way to be heard.
Yeah, like, that's how I'm going to be heard, is I'm going to have to yell at you to tell you what I have to say, for you to listen to what I have to say.
No.
So,
I would space it out. I don't like yelling when arguing with people, or like
Yeah.
when talking with somebody.
yeah.
As soon as they start yelling,
Shut
I'm
off,
like,
huh?
all right, I shut off.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Walk away.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna listen to you.
Walk away, yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
if
and
you don't
that's
want to
human
talk,
nature.
yeah,
It is.
If you don't want
That's
to talk,
human
talk,
nature. Like, we want to avoid conflict.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is
You want to
true.
avoid
That's true.
conflict.
And the
But,
older you
Especially
get,
when
the
you're
more you
talking-
want to avoid
Yeah,
conflict.
yeah.
Right. I
So
mean,
it's like, that's a form of communication. Like, just being heard.
Yeah.
You know? And so, like, all of this kind of boils back to why it's important to be, like, know your person's love language.
Love language. God.
It's so deep. Like, just one episode doesn't do it enough. Like, while we were going down, we still got one left.
Yeah.
One left, like, which I was just
Okay.
thinking.
Well,
It's
that's
because
Acts
you
of
were
service,
Two
right?
acts of service. I was
Acts
like,
of service and
I
was like-
receiving gifts. Right?
no, we just
just
did that. We
did
just
Oh, yeah,
did
we just
receiving
did
gifts.
receiving
Yeah,
gifts,
the
never
segue was real smooth. Like,
Yeah, it was.
you missed it, but
You
it was
didn't even notice
you
it.
good. You podcast, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, I was like,
I do.
I was like, damn, she just took over. I'm just gonna, yeah. No, but like, I was like, we could easily do one episode on each love language.
for sure.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's just so much
Sure.
to dig into.
Yeah.
Like, and I encourage all of y'all to just like really do your research and take the time to take the quiz. You said it's like 5-10 minutes to take the quiz.
It's
Super
so
easy.
fast, probably less than that.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's not like super hard questions. It's just questions
No.
ask you in this scenario, what would you do? What's
Mhm.
important to you?
And you gotta answer it honestly.
Yeah,
You
be
have to
honest.
answer honestly,
That's
like-
because that's how you're gonna get your honest, like true. And it doesn't matter what you answer. It's not about each individual question.
Yeah, there's
It's
no
about-
bad answers.
No, there's no bad answers. It's how do you tick? That's what's important. Like what up here makes sense to you, because that all of that combined is gonna create. Okay, how do I receive love? How do I feel loved by the people around me? If you want an accurate answer, you have to be honest in those questions. That's the
true.
most important. With any of those, like I highly suggest if you're going to do the love languages, also do the Enneagram. That's another really good
I haven't
one.
done that one yet. I gotta figure
There's
it out.
9 of them, so it's
Oh,
a
shit.
little more complex. But that
I
one,
don't do good with tests.
I get test anxiety.
Oh my god, I failed.
No.
There's no
No,
failing.
there's no failing.
I'm sure I did.
There's no failing. But I'll tell you, even with both of them, when you do it, and then you'll see like the memes on Instagram and stuff, and you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this was made for me." Like it, you just feel so seen. You feel,
Hey, that's important. Yeah.
yeah, like you just feel like, "Oh my gosh, people understand me."
I'm not the only one that feels this way.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's about. Like, you just feel really seen, understood. You feel like, oh my gosh, there's other people out there that are exactly like me. And that's what's important. Like, a lot of the times we feel like I'm the only one. And so
Yeah.
it's important to feel like, okay, wow, like other people out there understand me. And having that understanding of how people tick, like, perfect example, in our relationship. So I'm an Enneagram 3, okay? My love language is quality time. He is an Enneagram 5. His love language is physical touch. We are not the same.
No.
Not the same. Not
Completely
even
different.
close. Enneagram 3 is an achiever. I feel successful by achieving goals, by doing things, okay? He is a thinker.
Enneagram 5 is a thinker. Like,
That's
I gotta
a thinker.
think of things.
He's got to analyze, overanalyze.
So
things.
like if I were to come,
Hmm.
if I were to come to the car lot and to buy a car, I would have
He'd
to go
be your
see
worst
it. I'd be
nightmare.
driving it and be like, okay,
I'm
I
your
gotta go
best
home
friend.
and think. I gotta go home and think about it. I gotta think about everything. I gotta crunch numbers. I gotta look at like what's long run.
That's perfect. I'm great with both. Don't worry.
And me, I'm
Where
like,
she's
okay,
like-
done is
She's
better
like, we're
than
gonna go
perfect.
look at this
Let's
car,
go.
and then we
Let's
drive
go.
off with the new car.
I'm like, done.
I wasn't expecting to buy a car today. Well, you did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
and it sucks in a sense because it makes me like I hate it because I understand that that's the way I think, but I have to think that way. But at the same time, it's like I know it needs to get done.
Does it make
Yeah.
it difficult to be spontaneous?
Yes and no. He's
Yep.
not. I'm more of a planner than he is, but it's big decisions.
Okay.
Perfect example.
Oh,
Current
jeez.
current life example.
Oh,
For
I
you.
love
Current
this.
big life choice. Right now.
I love
Big
this.
life choice.
Please tell me
So,
more.
We last year I told him we're buying a fucking boat. I want a boat. Mama wants a boat.
I'm
Okay.
excited for this.
And she's like,
I'm like,
where do I sign?
what are we doing? I called. I got us the pre-approval. I'm the
Nice.
finance
Of
finance
course, yeah,
gal.
yeah.
I'm like, what do we gotta, like, where are we doing? And I'm like, okay, you figure out the boat because I don't know all the, like,
Trim levels, models, and all that.
specs. And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I
he's on
told,
a boat.
yeah. He knows my
She's like,
requirements.
oh, it's shiny, perfect.
I'm like, it's gotta look good. I want good music, and it's gotta fit all my friends. Those are my 3, literally.
We're
my-
friends, right? Like,
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, cool.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally my only 3 requirements, okay? And so my Enneagram 5, the thinker,
Bro, I've
Has-
been
researching.
literally
Every
hard,
vote.
hard.
Every vote.
he's making me watch YouTube videos on the TV about
I
boats.
totally feel that. Yes.
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Does it start? Does it drive? Does it fit my friends? Does
Where
it
do I
have
sign?
music?
Okay, can I just, as a bestie, just analyze really quick? Like, I'm just realizing just how much it compliments you guys to be that way, because you're talking about how we went to the Rise conference and you were like, I want to start a podcast, And what did he do?
Made it
He
happen.
started-
Made it happen.
Yeah.
The research.
He started doing the research and to make it
Yeah.
happen. And what did you want a boat? And guess what he's doing?
He's like, let me do the research.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is two different people coexisting
Making
with
it
each
work.
other in a relationship
With
where
the-
they complement each other.
With
Yeah.
different language. Love
Different
Yeah.
love languages, and a very important thing that they said is like they never yelled at each other. They still no, it's true. Like
Yeah.
we laugh, but like
No.
it's being toxic has become such a normal
Yeah.
thing where it's really not.
For
It's cool
real.
to make. It's cool to make fun of it and joking around, but in reality, it's not.
cool.
It's hard to be in it. Like, can we all talk about how
Fuck
hard
yeah.
it is to be in a toxic
Horrible.
relationship?
I bet.
I tell him so much because I think it's so funny. He is nothing like any of the other men that I've ever dated. And
It's because I'm tall, dark, and handsome.
and has a mustache.
And that's a new addition.
That's
That
a
is a
new
new
addition.
addition.
Yeah.
This
Like-
COVID did this.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
So
you
is
and
everybody
every
else.
other man. I
I
swear.
fuck with it. I fuck
I
with
fuck
it.
I get more compliments from men about my mustache than
stash, bro.
For real.
Well,
I'm like,
you don't want compliments from women anyways, all right?
no.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
Of course.
Good answer.
Never.
Good
Never.
answer.
Man, pay attention.
Take notes.
Smart
He's
man.
he's not even worried about the if a woman complimented him, she would take half of a breath. He's not worried because his wife would step in.
Oh, you heard
I'm
that?
like,
But we're not toxic around here.
no. Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
You can take the girl out of the toxic relationship, but you can't take the toxic out of the girl.
And that, ladies
There
and
you go.
gentlemen, is not a great point.
But it's like so interesting to me, like the relationships I had to go through those to get to this one and appreciate this one, because I don't think I would have appreciated what I had if I hadn't gone through those other situations.
The bad situations, right?
Yeah, because
You almost have to go through those poor relationships to learn
what
what's
you
good.
want
What
and
you
what
really
you don't
want.
want.
You can't
Yep.
appreciate the sun without the rain.
Exactly. Like, and that's so
Ooh, I like
much.
that.
Bars.
Damn.
I like that.
Bars.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is your hype man?
Yeah.
Is your hype man?
How are we
Words of
single?
affirmation.
How are we
Damn.
single? You want sunshine?
Aquí está el sol, cabrón.
Aquí está el sol, cabrón.
Aquí está el sol, ¿qué más quieres?
But tell us how you really feel.
What do you guys recommend as a good first date?
I think.
Honestly, I'll say the man's point of view.
Okay.
I'll say my point of view.
Yeah, what do you think is a good first date?
I'm gonna say our first date was we went to lunch.
Very
So-
low
Lunch
key.
during the
Lunch,
day.
During
Yeah.
the day. So and I'll explain why. It's
Okay.
because lunch. So a lot of people think like I'm gonna go to dinner. We're gonna go to the club. I'm gonna get laid. Right? Right?
Yeah,
Right?
baby.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just, we're just
That's
joking.
true.
We're just
That's
joking.
true. We do think that. It's fucking true.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
do.
why you're single.
Oh,
It's true.
we used to think that way.
I used to think like that. That's
This is
true.
my lunch shirt.
That's why I don't take girls to dinner anymore.
But you get what I'm
Think of
saying,
it.
right?
No, I feel you. I feel you.
There's that sense of like, oh, I'm gonna buy the flowers. I'm gonna take her on a date to a nice dinner. We're gonna go to the bar. We're gonna go to the club, and then I'm gonna get laid.
And then we're gonna have physical touch as our love
exactly,
language.
exactly.
yeah. My physical touch language.
So why not do the complete opposite? Do the breakfast, do the lunch, right? And the reason I chose lunch with her was because there's if you don't like the way the date's going, she's got to go back to work, right?
You have an easy exit.
Exactly.
Oh,
So,
okay.
hey, you got a lunch break. What time's your lunch break? Cool. Let's meet at 11, 12. You got to go back to work. Cool. If you like it, it's great. You have another date. If you don't like it, you know what? It wasn't on you. You didn't have to cut it short. You didn't have to, oh, fuck, now I got to go to the club. Now I got none of that, right?
That's a very good point. Ooh, tips.
So that was our first date. I took her to lunch. Okay, we had a great time. She had to go back to work. We did it great. So, second date, I was like, I want to get to know her better. So we live in Wenatchee. I was like, hey, let's go to Leavenworth. Let's go to Leavenworth for dinner. And the reason that I did that is because how else do you get to know somebody better than to sit in a car with them for 30 minutes? right?
Yeah, that's true.
You get to figure out what
You
kind of
have to
music.
talk- yeah.
You got to figure out. There's
You
that
gotta talk.
awkward
The
silence,
music
right?
thing,
That's why I'm against a movie, because a movie you're entertained. There's no conversation happening. So on a drive, what are you doing? You have to talk. You have to figure out what's going on. So
Ask
we had
questions.
we had 30 minutes to figure out, like, go on the way there, like, it's that awkward silence. Like, do you want to be awkward or do you want to have a conversation? So so that's why I chose out of town for us. I was like, I'm gonna have a 30-minute conversation
Smart.
to figure this out.
Smart.
You know, so
I do that too. That's
I
smart.
gotta-
Yeah.
I'm like.
I got a story.
So wait, 30 minutes?
So was it
or
30 minutes? Or, is it never too long?
I drive really slow. I live in Chilean. You want to go to Monitor?
So there was one time that I told her, I was like, hey, I want Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory in Seattle.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, let's go.
Great restaurant.
So that's a 2.5 hour drive just to get there. And you know what? That's 2.5 hours. Like, you have to spend time with that person. And we had some of the best conversations in the car.
Yeah.
Road trips are top notch. I fucking
Yeah.
love them.
And then
For that same reason.
you too. What'd you do?
Oh,
a
yeah,
road
no.
trip, right?
We had-
a road trip.
we had
Your first
hella
road trip to San
conversations.
That's
Diego,
how
Yeah,
your
right?
bro.
relationship was
Yep.
built.
You
Yeah.
figure them out. Like, you
We
figure
cried
out
on fucking road trips.
Yo, yeah. After
Keep
the
it in
fucking
100,
tour,
right?
after the tour, oh man, like when we went on tour with Chris Calico, like we quit our jobs and chased our dream, like we did everything. It did not go like we had planned.
Not
We
at
spent
all.
3
Not at all,
weeks
fam.
on like all over the United States. We left Dallas, Texas, and we were just like, fuck music. We fucking quit. Fucking cried because we fucking like
gave it
this was
all.
our. We gave it our
gave
like
it all.
literally gave it our all. There's nothing more that we could have gave. And then we quit music for a fucking hour. And then literally a fucking hour. We're
Literally.
just like, fuck music. We're just going home. We're just gonna get really good jobs. And it's just gonna be successful at something else.
You put the beat on it, we're like, yeah, we can make a song to this.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? We can do this. Let's just drive to Cali. Fuck Washington. Let's drive to Cali. And we spent 4 days in Cali, chilling.
Yeah, we
You know?
did.
And then we got our music on the radio
Yeah,
while we were in Cali.
While we were in Cali.
While we were
That's
in
true.
Cali.
That's true.
So, but yes, road trips are great.
Yeah.
And that's I believe that's what made our relationship so well, is because it made us learn to
forced you.
communicate. It forced
Yeah.
us to talk. Where so many times you go to a movie, you sit and watch a movie for 2.5 hours, right? How much talking do you do?
I
None.
can't sleep
Nothing.
on a date in a movie.
So now you know, do not take a girl
Never
on a
take
date
him on a movie.
to the movies.
Unless it's like you guys already established a relationship,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because you never know if
so
they're
theaters-
gonna like the movie.
So a movie theater, not good for a first
No.
date.
Not
No.
option
Right.
A.
Lunch is a great
Lunch.
option.
Lunch, breakfast.
Food is great.
Because
Breakfast.
lunch that doesn't involve alcohol either.
But a
right?
hike.
Right, exactly.
Hike.
I was gonna say an activity. An activity is another great option. Like
Yeah.
go on a hike.
Not
Go
hike.
figure them out. Go on a hike. Go on a bike ride. Go do something that's physically active, because then you get to see how that person moves and how they think and how they.
And hopefully it's in the sun, and sun just brings the happiness out of everybody.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm a
Hey,
sad
you know
panda in this winter.
I had somebody ask me some questions on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh,
It was only two, but still.
That's a couple.
No, you gotta
A
say.
couple questions.
You gotta say there are so many. I only chose 2.
There you
true.
go. You know what? We're just gonna cut this
I'll
out.
cut it off. There were so many questions.
We had
Plus, all
troubles
our
too.
people here asked so many questions, but I only
Any
picked
audience
two.
suggestions?
We're
No.
just-
Okay.
Choose your top 2. Top
I'm
2.
only gonna
Top
pick
two.
two. Top two.
Tucked.
Top two. See?
Perfect.
Alright. First one was. What was it? Oh yeah. Should you be together if you have kids? I don't know if that's, but it's about love, right?
Should you be together if you have kids? Like saying
Like
if you're
if you're in
separated.
a relationship, like if you're in a relationship, you
That's
you
not
got
a
kids and
requirement.
everything. Should you be together?
I don't know, I feel like this is coming from someone that's like, should I stay
Hey,
with
if
them?
I-
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what
That's
they're
what I
asking.
feel.
Should
So
I stay with
like,
somebody?
no.
that-
Honestly, the number one rule is like, do not stay together for the kids. And here's why. Here's why I say that. Is because say you stay together for the kids, right?
We hate each other.
You hate each
Yeah.
other. What are your kids seeing?
You're teaching them
Right,
the wrong
what are you
thing.
teaching
Yeah.
Wrong
them?
thing.
You're teaching
I
them that it's
totally
okay
agree.
to be in a verbally abusive relationship, in a toxic relationship. You're teaching them.
physically abusive.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're teaching them that it's okay to do that. No, do not stay together for your kids.
No, that's
You're a
true. I
better-
fully agree. As a divorce,
Yeah.
as a kid from a divorcee family, do not stay in it for the kids.
As much as it sucks, because same here, divorced
Yeah.
parents,
Yeah.
but as much as it sucks, I always
You're
said,
teaching them something better.
Yeah.
my parents always told me, you know, they were way off better like this. And honestly,
Yeah.
as much as they heard to me and my brothers, at the end of the day, it was the
They're
best,
both happy
the best
now,
thing.
right?
They're both happy. They're
Yep.
doing their own thing now. You know, like.
It's important
yeah,
for your
it's
kids
important.
to see you happy, for your kids to see you as the best version of you,
Uh-huh.
and that's not in a toxic relationship.
Yes. Next question was
The top requested question, right?
top question was
Second top requested
Oh,
question.
This was from a guy.
Oh,
It
perfect.
said, should females give gifts like men do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's,
I mean, we covered that in the love languages.
And-
it depends on what it is,
And
right?
yeah, I guess
But
that
also-
just depends.
I will speak as a female. I think it's important for you to not, like, the whole idea of should a man always pay for the meal?
That should
No.
be a conversation.
No,
right? Yeah.
I don't think
No.
so. I think it should be.
I don't think so.
I don't think it should be here and there.
If you expect,
mean,
like,
I don't expect it. Yeah, but
here's my perspective on it. If you're in a relationship and you expect your husband to also do the dishes, you should also be expected to pay for a meal.
Mhm.
If you think that you want to be treated as an equal, you need to
should
show up
treat
as an
everyone
equal. You cannot, it's not something that, oh, I expect him to do the dishes, I expect him to cook and clean, but also I expect him to buy me all the gifts, I expect him to take me to
You can't
dinner.
fall
every
And
into
I'm
time.
not
gender
gonna
roles.
do none of that.
It's not,
No,
it
no.
doesn't work that way. You can't pick and choose. It's either equal and equal, or it's not.
It's
like,
not.
It's not, you don't get to pick and choose where you're an equal. So I think it's important to understand,
And
like,
I will tell you, ladies, that the women that have stuck out to me in my life is when they don't expect for me to buy them a drink at the bar or during lunch. They'll be like, "Yo, let me pay."
Let me buy
Yeah.
you.
I think
Let me
one
buy-
of the
Oh,
most
yeah.
attractive things as a man from a female is like, you know what? I'm self-sufficient. I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
And let me take care of this for you.
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
that's hella
I'm
attractive.
like, oh, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
oh,
hella
yeah,
attractive.
it's hella attractive, and it's just because you, like, same thing. Generals, we're used to. If I invite somebody, to me, money's money. You know, like if I invite someone to go out, let's go. I'm gonna take care of it. It's the money thing is not important. It's about I'm inviting you because I want to spend time with you.
yeah.
Because quality time is my love language. I'm like I want to
Yeah.
spend time with you. But when they be like, hey, you know what? This was really great. I'll take care of the bill. I was like, no. Like as a man, you're taught that. But they're like, no, I seriously got it. I was like, oh, okay. Like
It feels weird, huh?
it feels weird because you're
Yeah.
not used to it. But it's also because you might be used to, dating women that don't think like
Don't
that,
think like
you
that,
know.
or, yeah.
But so they stand out. Two, it makes you think like, damn, should I say yes or no? Because that's really sexy and attractive.
Yeah.
You know, like you not just because you're paying, it's because you're not expecting that
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
All you wanted was my company.
Yeah.
You know, without anything, any strings.
Right.
Quick question: Have you ever gave Armando flowers?
I think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, you gave me flowers recently.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How did you react to it?
I was kind of in shock because
He doesn't receive gifts well. One.
Gift giving is not my love
Are you
language.
He does not.
Are you a gift giver?
I
Not really.
not,
Because-
I like to, but I know that that's not her love language, so I don't do it a whole lot.
He does not receive
Because
gifts well.
I'm a gift giver. Like Christmas, I like giving gifts,
That's me.
That's
but
her.
I don't like
Ball
giving
out.
gifts.
Ball
That's
out.
me.
I don't.
It feels
no,
weird.
Don't give me gifts.
Yeah.
But don't give everybody gifts.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
this year, like, so my siblings, my mom has passed away, so my siblings, we kind of like, I have taken on the role of the mom
A mama, huh?
around Christmas.
Totally see you doing that.
And so we get them all gifts and everything. This year, they gave us a gift of like a card with gift certificates to like Airbnb, and they said like, we hope you guys go on a date or whatever. And I was just like, why are you guys giving us this? Like, it felt so weird. I was like, why is this? But like for me, I'm like, no, I just want to.
Yeah, just want to give
Like, I
everybody
just
else.
wanna-
Yeah, let me just make it rain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
want it
yeah.
to rain.
But I don't want any of it
Yeah,
back.
but don't bring it back to this table.
Because it's awkward, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I'm like,
I don't like
why'd
giving
you do
gifts. It
this?
feels weird.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it's also nice when.
It meant 10 times more than the dollar amount.
Yeah.
Because I was like, one, I didn't expect it. And two, I just felt like, you didn't have to do this. You know, like, and so it just made it feel that much more special.
So let me ask this question, because I don't know where this would fall in the love languages. If it's words of, it might be in the give love language. Is like if you're having a conversation with Armando, and you say something where I need a new cell phone case, or like my cell phone case is screwed up, and he just picks up on it and he just buys you one, but you didn't ask for it. Is that gift receiving? And then how do you accept that? Like
for me, my love language is not gift receiving. Mm-hmm. But in a situation like that, this actually just very recently happened with my only employee. She
you got an employee?
Yes, I have an employee.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hey, that's huge.
I know it is.
That's huge.
When you get to like actually pay an employee, that's huge. Shit.
Let's not just skip over that. Let's
for real.
show her some love, everybody.
Julie.
Shout out to Julie.
Julie.
Why are you pointing at the TV? It's the camera.
The camera.
Really? You're right.
You're right, Julie. She sent me leggings, like her favorite, like workout leggings, and like for me, it's like you thought of me, and like she knew the things that I was interested in, and it wasn't the dollar amount she spent. It wasn't that she sent me a gift. It was like you thought of me.
Thought about you.
Like
in that moment.
That to me is
your space, yeah.
so much more important. Like today too, another example, a client. So I send all of my client like 1 year anniversary gifts when they've been with me for a year. I had a client send me a gift for the first time at her 1 year anniversary.
Whoa.
Today she sent me a gift that said like something like a mug about love, like self-love. And she said in her card, like, get a pedicure at Skya Beauty and Salon, which I feel like she talked to you.
Mm-hmm. yeah. Just being a great husband over here. Yeah.
And I was like, more so than like the mug, the card, like sending it, anything, I was like, she knows where I get my pedicures. Like, she took the time
to figure that out.
And that
to
meant more
out
to
and
me
everything.
than paying for anything, sending me a gift, any of that. It was
effort.
You took the yes for me.
Effort.
100%. It's the effort.
Me too.
The effort.
I think that is one thing that matters a lot when you're doing something for somebody.
Yeah, effort.
How much
Like
effort
that
are you
effort.
doing?
How much effort did you put into that?
Mm-hmm.
So like for Valentine's Day that's coming up,
Put in the
you
effort.
guys,
Ladies
don't just
and
fucking buy a
fellas.
Starbucks fucking
Effort.
cup and that's it.
Don't
If you're
just
gonna
buy
buy the
chocolate
Starbucks
in
cups, put it in a little basket, put some little flowers around it, a little teddy bear. You
The
know
rose
what
petals.
Why are you single?
I'm
single?
telling you, why am
I
I
have no idea,
single?
bro.
Hey, but we want to appreciate Kelsey Armando coming through.
Self-love sit-downs.
Self-love
Their
sit-downs.
podcast.
Podcast.
It's really
check 'em
amazing
out.
stuff. How many episodes you guys have? You just had your 100th
Like
episode.
110 now.
Everybody-
110 episodes.
We are slacking.
So
Hey,
yeah,
you know,
we're gonna catch up.
Yeah, we're gonna catch up. Yeah, we're shooting another one after this.
Part 2.
But thank you guys for coming through.
Thank
Thank you for talking
us.
about love with us. Giving us some relationship
Advice and
consejos,
insight.
Advice,
Yeah.
for real. We
Absolutely.
really appreciate that, especially for us single guys.
Well,
Not for long.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Next week.
What else you guys got going on? Like before we head out, anything else that we should look forward to?
or something else like that?
We are going to be hosting a live event, a
Ooh.
self-development conference. No set date yet, but if that is like up your style. I had a lot of people on my social media vote for things like goal setting, business building,
It'll
finances.
be big self-development.
It's just going to be kind of a broad, like, okay, I'm trying to be a better version of myself.
Bettering
So
yourself.
follow along with that journey on social media and on the podcast.
Social medias will be below.
Yeah, we'll fucking put it on
Yep.
social medias, right in the video, and also in the comment section.
Make sure to
Anything?
follow.
Yeah, definitely gotta
Follow, subscribe, and make sure you comment under
Comment
this video
below.
because we're gonna give out a hat
And a sweatshirt.
And a sweatshirt.
to Alright, so make sure you comment, and we're gonna hook you guys up with some prizes.
And if you're local, you might get a shot as well.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Bonus points.
Yeah.
Bonus points
For
if
no
you're
shipping.
local.
Yeah.
For no,
For no
shipping.
shipping.
For no shipping.
We're going to put the $6.99 into that Jose Cuervo.
Yes. Yes.
You be
we are.
ready. You
Yes.
be ready.
Yo, so thank you very much. Y'all have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, 3 good man.
Three
We're
good
out.
man.
Shout
Hey.
out to my boy cthevill.
Cheers.
Yeah, cthevill who couldn't make it here. Hey, hope you change those diapers well, my boy.
Yeah, my boy. Keep doing it, my G. Hey, saludos.
Saludos. Let's
Later,
go.
man. Oh, sorry.
I'm waiting on you,
Could
buddy.
you just...
Yo, we're back.
Come with the frame.
Hey,
No,
before we out of here, we're gonna do this.
yeah, we were going to just say, fuck it, just
We're gonna
leave.
say this, yeah,
But
but
we couldn't do the
we
people
gotta
like this.
let the compadres do the spin the wheels.
We
All
have
right.
to spin the wheel, the scummy wheel. Don't worry.
Don't worry,
So
we got
it
it.
right here.
Alright,
Da-na-na-na,
so we're gonna spin it twice.
da-na-na-na. All right.
Oh my gosh. Should I be concerned?
No, we're going to do it right
so we're gonna
here.
spin like that, so that way the camera can see.
Yeah.
Spinning. So first spin. Who
Okay.
wants to
Spin
go
this is gonna
first?
be
Spin it
Kelsey.
hard. What you get?
What is that?
Ooh.
Oh. 5 push-ups.
5 push-ups.
Okay.
Oh!
5 push-ups.
Hey, that should be
Hey,
easy for her.
This
and
is
5 push-ups for Kelsey Teddy Fitness.
God,
Really?
Kelsey, that ain't nothing.
Okay.
That
I
ain't.
almost feel like that's cheating.
All
I
right,
don't
here.
even have a hair tie.
All right, let's go. Let's go. 1,
2,
2, 3, 4, 5.
Five.
No.
Just like
You gotta do 10 now. You gotta do. That was too easy. That was too easy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that. Kelsey Teddy Fitness.
Subscribe to her fitness. Oh no, don't
Pay
down
for her
the
fitness.
ramp. Subscribe. I'm like subscribe.
Subscribe to her fitness.
Tennis now.
Okay, now it's Armando's turn to spin.
All right,
the
here we
wheel.
go.
Spin it
Here we
hard,
go.
homie.
You gonna hold it? Because it's gonna fly.
I got you.
I got you.
What do you get?
Shot.
Yeah!
Oh!
That's a
got a
win
shot!
for
That was
a
the
win.
best one.
Shot glass right
us. A win
there.
for everybody. Here, you can use my cup as the
It's
shot
actually
glass.
the shot glass right there.
Can we just use the actual shot glass?
I guess
You
if
can.
Instead
mean,
of the
that's
measuring
not fun.
cup?
Salud, sir.
Oh, okay.
Salud.
Salud.
I
Salud.
drank all my drink.
You want a beer?
Lemon. And that's
Wait.
how we do it. Good job, sir.
Hey, no, we were all spinning it. You said we
yeah,
were all
that's
spinning
right.
it.
Shit. Fucking A. Alright, me first, because then.
Okay.
No, we got to do it like
I gotta
this.
spin like that, because.
Oh, that's right.
cheating.
The people.
Alright.
Our loyal fans.
As long as I don't get 5 push-ups, I'm good.
Ah!
I got
5
push-ups.
push-ups!
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck
Oh,
up!
shit!
Did I really get 5 push-ups? Shut up, no, I didn't.
The guest.
I know, so you should at least do 15.
Get that button.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5. 10. Oh my God, the incredible hook. The incredible hook. I'm gonna get so mad when I get push-ups.
Yeah.
I hope you get fucking push-ups.
You okay? You
Oh,
okay?
God.
No.
Oh, God. I
Okay,
just started working out 2 days ago, guys. It's not
Whoa,
it.
shit.
here you go.
Whoa, shit.
I hope you get 5 push-ups. 5 push-ups, 5 push-ups. 5 push-ups, 5 push-ups. 5 push-ups.
5.
What does that say?
Let me translate.
Let me translate.
Embarrassing story.
It says 5 push-ups.
No, that's not what it said.
No, it said chug.
It said
It
chug.
said chug.
Story.
Embarrassing
No.
story.
and a chug. Weird.
Weird.
Embarrassing
Alright.
story.
I'll tell this embarrassing story that they know.
Ah!
And the audience member knows. And
Is that a
Chuck
good one? Is that a good one?
That's a good one.
It's
Okay,
a good
go,
one.
go, go.
Damn, we don't know.
I really wish we had a video of it.
No,
Damn it.
this is before like videos though. This is back in the day.
I know. We already know what
Okay,
it is.
tell us.
I knew you guys would know. Damn,
Oh, yeah.
damn, that was a good chug. Interesting story time.
Tell us your story.
This might have been, like a year, the first year that we were actually kicking it,
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yeah.
So we all worked together at the same establishment. It was a bank establishment. We won't talk about which bank. Wells Fargo.
We won't talk about
There's a
which
wagon and
shitty-
horses.
Yeah, it was a shady bank. We had already gone out, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
for
so-
sure.
Oh yeah.
So I thought I could drink. I still think I can drink.
Still thinks he can drink.
Still
yeah,
think I
sure,
can
sure,
drink.
sure.
But when I met Kelsey, Armando, Ariana, Nicole, Katie, they can drink and then some.
This is why we don't have a lot of new friends, because they can't keep up.
They get scared.
Yo,
They get
like,
scared.
our pre-funk is like, all right, cool, let's get a 12-pack, let's get some drinks
Yeah,
in.
of course, of course.
Their pre-funk is like, let's get a couple bottles,
Yeah.
Oh,
and let's
shit.
go out, and then
For
let's
real.
come back home and get a couple more bottles.
Yeah.
Fucking shots of a vodka bottle, and
Yeah.
it's fucking going around. And then as soon as we put it down, it keeps going around again. And around again. This was back at your old house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Then we
first
go-
house.
The first house, and we went, okay, quick flex.
Oh.
The quick
Oh,
flex.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The first fucking house. Another one.
Another
one.
Another one.
We're on the third.
Oh,
We're on the
and
There
third.
you
Another
go. We go out, have a great time. I'm drunk. We're all drunk. We go back to her house, their house, start drinking again. You had like a fucking.
It's a bench.
It
It
was
was
it's a bench on the a dinner table, right?
Yeah, so it was a table that was like pushed up against a wall, 2 head tables, and instead of having like 2 or 3
Chairs.
seats or chairs,
It's
it was just a
bench.
long bench.
It looks very great.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved it.
Aesthetically pleasing.
I loved it so much that I sat on it
by himself.
by myself, like this, and we're having a great conversation. We're drinking. Drinks are coming. Mind you, we're all fucked up. Next thing, I don't know how I haven't had a beer in my
Okay,
hand.
hold on.
He was talking towards us.
Some of us more fucked up than others.
Some of us, not a lot. Very small percentage. It's a rare percentage. Top notch tier shit.
Top notch.
You know?
Top notch
Top
shit.
flight security.
Top flight
Top
security.
flight security shit.
Yeah, it was a Modelo too. It was a
Yeah,
bottle
it
Modelo.
was. I remember
A
that.
bottle Modelo. So there, and we're having this deep conversation. I don't know what the fuck it was. It's,
Always
deep
deep conversations.
Yeah. I just know that I wanted to reach out, and I went this way. I wanted to reach out to them, and I went this way, and I slowly fell from the
Timber.
bench, timber, to the fucking ground.
I feel like for
And then I was like, oh shit!
In slow,
slow motion.
Slow motion.
you feel like for like
The
5
drink,
minutes.
he
Super
spilled.
embarrassing.
This
But-
much got spilt on my
Hey,
carpet.
the bottle,
Oh.
and I face down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face down. And that was the first thing I said. But I didn't spill my drink. But I did spill my drink.
I feel like you've done that somewhere else. I don't know where.
I've
but-
probably done it here with us too.
It was like so slow.
The reach out part is every
Dude.
time.
Where was
Yeah, but
it?
it was just so slow. Like,
There was some
I felt like
fucking-
everyone's watching. I was like, no one's going to stop me. Like, I looked around for help. And no one was just,
They let you
everyone's
down.
just like,
We were all like,
that's one of the most embarrassing stories. I have other ones, but because the compadres are here, and,
That was the
they
top
all
one.
witnessed it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and I chugged it.
That's
Yes.
what's up. Hey,
And with
yo.
that,
And with that, we're out. Thank you, everybody, again. Appreciate y'all. I don't know which outro we're gonna
the
use.
camera,
Maybe
at
the
the
last one, maybe
camera,
the other
at the
one.
camera.
I don't know why I keep looking up there, but GU keeps fucking it up because he put a TV up there. So now we gotta look up there all the
you
time.
always gotta look to the top.
I know.
Never stop chasing.
Never stop chasing.
Never
Let's
stop
go
chasing.
top.
Never stop
Let's
chasing.
go.
Come on over.
Bye.
Good man.
Never stop, never stop, stop.